What's up, y'all? Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute.
So today I'm gonna be letting y'all know how I'm able to afford an apartment at 18. I'm also gonna be giving y'all some tips based on my experience. And at the end of the video, it's gonna be a Q&A from the questions that y'all asked on TikTok. Before I start, I just wanna let y'all know if y'all just came here for like one specific question, I put like the durations of when I'm gonna be talking about certain things in the description because I know how that be. I don't be trying to watch all the whole video. But anyways, we're gonna get right into it. I got my iPad because I put everything I'm gonna be talking about in the video on here. All right, so jumping right into the video, the first step I recommend is to make a budget for yourself. Like even before you start saving and all of that, make a budget for yourself. You know how many hours you usually work, you know how much you're bringing in a month, make a budget for yourself. And a tip that I have, a lot of people do this, and it's why like you will get an apartment and then 3 months later they'll be out of there because they try to live above their means. Like they know they make $1,200 a month and then they try to get an apartment that's $900. Don't do that to yourself. Like who's to say you won't have a bad month? So that's one tip for me. Don't try to live above your means. Get something that's comfortable for you and something that you can afford. So moving along, the second step I recommend is to go apartment window shopping. A lot of people will probably save up first and then start looking at apartments and stuff like that. And that's totally fine, but I'm just telling y'all what I did. So I would say go apartment window shopping. The website that I use is called apartments.com. It made my searching go by way faster. Like they let you put in your budget, they let you put in what you're looking for, whether it's a studio, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and they also let you put in the area that you're looking to move to. So I recommend using apartments.com to do all of your apartment searching. So while you're doing your window shopping, you just want to look at like the apartments that you're interested in and look at the utilities they require. Look at like if you got a car, the parking fee, and just make sure that all falls within your budget. All right, so another tip that I have for y'all before I move to step 3 is to go view the apartments. If you anything like me, you have trouble saving. Before I even started saving for my apartment to move, I literally would go view the apartments, and it made me, I don't know, it made me more anxious to save my money. And within a good less than 2 months, I had my money. I was ready to go. All right, so step 3. After you done doing your window shopping and you got a good idea of what you want, it's time to plan out how you gonna pay for your living expenses every month. So I'm gonna give y'all an example of what I do so that you can have a good idea of what I'm trying to say. So I'm a transparent person, I don't mind telling y'all. My new job actually helped me out a lot paying rent. Before I had this job, I was like saving a whole check and using some of my next check to like cover all of my monthly expenses. But this job here, they pay a little bit more and I'm able to pay my monthly expenses with one check and have a little left over. Like God really did his thing blessing me with that job, I swear. And it's also, it's one of the questions, where do I work? So I'm gonna let y'all know in the Q&A. So yeah, what I mean by planning out how you gonna pay your living expenses is to just take some time to the side, you know, in the middle of while you saving all your money for your apartment, and like plan out how many hours you need to work every month, like what's the minimum amount of hours you need to work in order to, you know, make the money you need for your apartment every month. Tip that I got for y'all is to have a set schedule. Like you just get used to a set schedule, because I know some jobs, usually fast food, they just schedule you whenever they want you to come in. I would say get a job where you can have a set schedule. All right, so step 4. After you did your research and you added up all your necessities, I'm sorry, I cannot talk. After you did all of that, you should have an estimate of how much you need to save. I'm gonna tell you the tip now. I would recommend that you save at least half of that. Like if you planning to save like $4,000 to move out, I would say save $5,500 or $6,000, because you don't know, emergencies can pop up, some things that you forgot to add in there. Like just save a little bit more. And it's good to have a stable savings account when you do move. All right, so once you get done doing all of that and you got your money, like it's nothing to do but to apply for the apartment. I hope you know that it's like a lot of fees when you apply for the apartment. Like it's a fee to actually apply to the apartment. I think if you don't get approved, then they'll give it back. Some apartments give it back, but I'm not sure. But it's a fee. Like me, I had an administration fee, an application fee, and a deposit. Those were all the fees that I had before I could move in. But yeah, make sure you include like all of those fees in your savings, like as you're saving for your apartment. All right, so I guess some things to know about like applying for an apartment. Some apartments will cut slack on you, but you usually do have to have 3 times the rent. And if you don't make that, then you can get a co-signer to help you. But you also gotta have your credit established. Some apartments, like if you have a lower credit score, they just raise your deposit and still approve you. So don't let your low credit score discourage you from applying, because usually they'll just raise your deposit and you will still get approved. Like I said previously, be aware of the fees that they're gonna charge you. And also your deposit. It's usually like first month's rent and a half or something like that, or it'll be based off your credit score. Yeah, once you have proof of all of that, like you green. A lot of people make having an apartment seem so much harder than it is. I mean, if I can do it, you can do it too. And then they have so many ways to help you. Like I said about the deposit, if your credit score doesn't meet the criteria, your deposit will probably just raise and you can still get in there. Or you can get like a co-signer if your other things don't match the criteria. They got ways to help you. And another tip, even if you feel like some things don't meet the criteria, or you like dead ass know that those things don't meet the criteria, still apply. Even like the leasing office told me that, because I was scared that something wasn't gonna match. She said just still apply. All right, so I guess another tip that I can give you, if you know like your credit score terrible, or if it's even not even established, if you know your pay stubs not even half as much as what they need, like I would say either get a co-signer or like take some time to work on those things. Like the last few weeks from when you about to apply, make sure them pay stubs hitting, or like work on establishing your credit while you saving. Do all of those things. Another tip I would have is to keep your plans private. You will least expect it, but people will literally try to tamper with your plans. Like keep your plans private. All right, last but not least, the last tip I have is something I wish I did. Is to buy little stuff like dishes, shower items, and cleaning products, etc. Like buy all of those things and like just store it in your room until you move. That's gonna be so helpful. You're gonna really thank yourself. When you go shopping after you done got the apartment and everything, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm so glad I bought that back then. Like I don't gotta buy that right now, and you'll be able to spend that money on something else. Trust me, it's worth it. All right, so moving along to the Q&A. All right, so Upset You and a few other people asked, what's my occupation? I work in the hospital. A lot of people don't know my position, but I'm a patient safety assistant. Basically, suicidal patients, fall risk patients, patients that need supervision 24/7. I'm there to watch them because the nurses can't, because obviously they gotta be with all their other patients. You know, that's basically what I do. Other things, if you want to know more about my position, if the CNAs or the nurses need help with anything, I help them just to pass time. I'm not supposed to, but just to pass time, because you literally just sitting there, I help them. But I intentionally and purposely got this job because I'm in pre-nursing school. And when I tell you pre-nursing school, nursing school ain't no joke. It's so much reading, especially in your biology classes. I'm able to like take pages out of my textbook and I put it on my little clipboard and like bring my highlighters, and while the patient is asleep, because I usually do midnights, while the patient is asleep, I'm able to study, and it's just so perfect for me. So God really blessed me with that job. But that's my occupation, because a lot of people have asked me that. Ariel Simone said, put me on game, what drove you to where you're at in life now? It's like a chip programmed in my head, I swear. Like whenever, because it is times where I lose motivation or I make bad decisions, and it's just like I always know that I'm gonna get right back on track, so I do whatever I need to do. That's honestly what got me where I'm at in life right now. And also my like motivation and drive. Like I know that I don't want to just be a girl that just settle for what the government can give me when I know I could be doing more, you know. Oh, that's Dan said, congrats on the place. How much do you recommend saving up to get your own place? even though it's different in different states, different living expenses in different states, I would say save up rent times 2, depending on like if you're saving up for furniture and stuff like that. If you're saving up for furniture and stuff, I don't know, save rent times 2 plus like how much you need for furniture and stuff. Raquel Tanya Rutherford said, can you tell us how you did it? I basically said it like in the whole video, but long story short, I just saved up a good amount of money based on like all my research I did, and I was just patient. Here go like all the steps I mentioned in the video. I'm gonna put it like right here, and I can answer luxury cam question with that too. DYMM bag, I don't know if that stands for something like a slang. She said, how did you prepare yourself financially to move out? I can't find a job and it's hard to save. I explained how I prepared myself financially to move out in the video kinda, but she also said I can't find a job and it's too hard to save. It was so hard for me to save because I'm one of the type of people, when I go out shopping and I want something, I'm gonna open that savings account and spend that money. But what I can give you like some tips. Basically, I would go to view the apartments, and like I swear I would just vision myself in there, and it just made me want to save every dime that I had. And she said I can't find a job. I tell everybody this. I hear this so much. You better be on their neck, especially if it's a good paying job and you really need it. Call them every other day. Go up there if you have to. Like, just be on their neck. I swear you're gonna get there, because that's what I did to every job I wanted. Pinky Vibe said, how can you afford it? I would love to be in that position, but I don't know where to start. I afford it. I have a good job, so like, yeah. No, I'm able to afford my apartment because like I strategically planned out how much I would be paying and made sure that I would be able to afford my apartment. And also in the comments, I got a couple of editing questions. I'll do another video for that. Pretty Peach said, how did you move out so soon? I just kind of always been ahead of my generation. I swear I've been ahead of my time my whole life. I just tell myself I want something, then as soon as I figure out what I need to do to get there, it's over. Like, I'm just gonna do it by any means. Okay, so Damn Me personally asks, what does it feel like to live alone? I want to learn. Living alone is so perfect for me. Like, I feel like it depends on your personality. If you're like just a social person, you gotta be around your friends all the time, living alone is just gonna be so lonely for you. Don't do it. Me, I'm a more antisocial introvert, but I'm like an introvert extrovert. Like, I know how to be social. I have like a good time when I go out with all my friends, but most of the time I just like to be alone, like planning and watching like Netflix, and I just like to be to myself most of the time. So living alone was just perfect for me. And yeah, that's all the questions I got. Yeah, thank y'all so much for getting me to 15K on TikTok. I'm able to get paid now, and I really appreciate that. All right, so that will conclude the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I helped everybody. I should have, because getting an apartment is not that hard. Like, I feel like people really be pushing me. It's not that hard. Once you get in here, you in here. I feel like within a year, everybody should have an apartment after watching this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, all of that good stuff. If you have any more questions, I will be more than happy to answer them. Leave them in the comments below, and thank you for watching.